today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tyrod Taylor and the Houston Texans taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive. And at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And for many people, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the presumptive #1 overall pick for 2, if not 3 years now. But Trevor Lawrence has handled it well. The Jacksonville Jaguars, excited to have him in town, to say the least, because they've started guys like Gardner Minshew, Jake Luton, Mike Glennon just in the last season. But let's face it, they now have their franchise quarterback.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence, he'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Lawrence to Shenault for a Jaguar first.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019. Saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 out long.
Now Lawrence to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Lawrence to Jones, first down, Jacksonville.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. And Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
On first down, Lawrence. Now he's forced out, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. Touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Texans set to take over on offense, and we see them led out by their veteran quarterback in his 11th season in the NFL, but first in the Lone Star State, Tyrod Taylor.
His athleticism in college was never in question. In fact, many NFL scouts thought he might be better suited to play receiver, but always believed in himself, always wanted to be a quarterback, and continues to prove his worth at that position in the NFL.
Here's Taylor to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malcolm Brown at $3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I thought that Brandon Cooks took over the #1 role for the Texans after DeAndre Hopkins was shipped to Arizona, and he wound up with a team-leading 81 catches in 2020, his most since 2015.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Taylor. And Taylor will slide to a halt with a 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Taylor. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Taylor. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Anthony Miller there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Seven, our score after 1. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Again, it's Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Set. 30 base.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year. tied for the second most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They go play action with Taylor. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So big turn of events there. They had him sacked on 3rd down, but the hand to the face going to give him new life.
And when it comes to protecting quarterbacks, partners, you well know, these officials are not going to hesitate if they see a tug on the mask. Heck, if they see a hand up near the mask, the flag's going to come out.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now Taylor on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor will throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Taylor. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Taylor. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Taylor. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 8. Now Taylor. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Taylor. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
2nd and 16. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Dancing to his left. He's got, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. That was all great until the final act. Able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a first down on third down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taylor fighting through it. He's got space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Taylor sliding out of the pocket. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Conley as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the result, a Houston touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
To return, here's Agnew. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Andre Roberts now to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Ingram again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Taylor to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
On the return, here's Agnew. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The pass pulled in by Jones. What a catch.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll run here with Robinson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Lawrence will throw. Open man left side. It's a tight end. Man hurts.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st down, Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 24, Lawrence. Looking for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lambeau on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He's got the hook up with Conley.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on second down. Taylor to the right side, complete to Miller. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Play action, it's Taylor. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. Running from the gun, Johnson.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 6.
Coming left, it's Ingram. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. An even 20 yards for Mark Ingram. And the Texans have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
K'Lavon Chaisson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That caught by Manhertz. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and 4.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well-read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. But he's got no blocking in front of him. His guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
K'Lavon Chaisson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. But now it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Taylor.
And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. They keep the game alive, at least. least for the moment, as it's a first down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Taylor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Taylor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Caleb Chase on. In there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Taylor. It's complete. It's Miller.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Taylor. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Taylor. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long from Houston.